Hey Scorpio, how's it going? Welcome to Filara Spirit. I am Topher, and today we're going to have a look at your January 2022. Still going to go ahead and do these readings, you guys, because there may be messages that are pertinent. So we're going to have a look at your overall energies. We're going to pull some cards for your main themes. Overall energy, career and finances, and love and relationships. Then we're going to have a look at challenges and blessings, if there are any, which obviously there are. And we're going to have a look at, we're going to pull a final message at the end of the reading. Guys, remember this is a general reading, so it might not resonate for everyone. If it does, I would greatly appreciate it. If you let me know down in the comment section, hit the like, share, and the subscribe button. This is how you help me to grow my channel. And of course, you can check out all of the information for donations and private readings down below via the link to my website. Oh, and also, don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for more information and a bigger picture. Let's get straight into it. So, Scorpio. Overall energy for Scorpio. January went that way. Oh, interesting. The Enchanted Fern Grotto. Refuge. Nice. Refuge. Career and finances. Oh, Scorpio. Okay. I feel like you wanted that one because it came out. Wisdom. The Owl Spirit. And love and relationships for Scorpio. Interesting energy. So we're going to read the message from the book before we clarify to go deeper, just in case there's anything in here I don't want to miss it. They're really cool messages as well. I love them. I love this deck. Okay, number 16. Well, you've pulled 16 and 17 here, which is progressions. Very oh, 16, 17, 27. Wow. Okay. So, your overall energy. Retreat and replenish your inner resources. Now is not the time to act, but to incubate your ideas for the future. Be still. The answers are within you, and magic is all around you. So, it feels like it's a hermit mode month, right? Where we are... Don't want to use the word isolating, but effectively we are, hermiting ourselves away from too much, right? Maybe not feeling so, I don't really want to go hang around with friends so much, or I'm not really wanting to be too social right now. I want to stay at home. Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is home. I'm comfortable at home. And I am comfortable. I'm comfortable at home so that I can start getting comfortable with myself, right? It's time to get comfortable within yourself, Scorpio. Yeah. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like, yep, testify. The Ace of Clues in my deck, you guys. It's, yeah. It's time to get comfortable with yourself. It's time to find... it's not that like hanging around with friends and family and all that is a bad thing, especially if they're healthy, productive, supportive relationships. It's just every once in a while, or people hit the point in their life or whatever, where we kind of realize that we don't really know who we are. We never really even met ourselves. We're so busy meeting other people. We haven't really met ourselves, right? We don't necessarily know who we truly are and what we truly think and how we truly feel, because we're always paying attention to how everyone else is doing it, right? And it feels like January is like, maybe for the first time in your life for some of you, but it's one of those times where it's like, I'm going to pull myself back and my energy back. I don't really want to interact so much. I just want to spend some time with myself, getting to know myself, right? And it's like through doing that, you have like almost a breakthrough moment, right? Where you feel more confident, where you feel more assured, where you feel like you are progressing, right? Like you're ready to go back out into the world, but with a new, fresh energy, right? With a much more vibrant energy. Because you've spent some time alone, recharging and reinvesting your energy, right, in yourself. Okay, let's have a look at your work, your career and finances with the owl. Trust in your ability to see the deepest truth in situations and in people. Wisdom is growing within you in mysterious ways. Go beyond your awareness. This is a good time to sign up for inspirational courses. Messages from Spirit are all around you. Look for them and trust what you feel. Yeah, I feel like through this process of getting to know yourself a bit better, it's like you're starting to understand the way that you work with money, the way that you work with work, right? You're starting to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you when it comes to career and finances, right? You may realize that you're not necessarily happy in the job that you're in, even if it's something that you wanted to do 5-10 years ago. You've changed. People change and people grow and they learn and they expand. But that knowledge just stays knowledge if you don't do anything with it. So that looks like just staying in the job because, I don't know, it's we convince ourselves, you know, and it's always based on other people's expectations. It's always based on societal and social pressures and things like that. But it's not actually what you want, even if it was what you wanted 10 years ago, right? Or however long ago. You've changed, you've grown. Now turn that knowledge that you've changed and grown into wisdom and do something about it, right? I want to say, whilst you're spending this time on your own as well, it's using that time to not only invest in yourself as far as energy is concerned, but invest in yourself as far as, knowledge and passion is concerned, right? What is it that you love to do? I always wanted to, this is an example, I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. I always wanted to learn how to crochet. I always wanted to learn how to do art on the computer or something like that, right? And it's like, this is taking online courses or just looking at YouTube videos or reading blogs or something like that, that anything that is just getting you into that mode of, this is something that I want to do, just me on my own and nobody else. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not doing it because of anyone else. It's just me and my pure desire, right? And I feel like that's going to then make you realize certain things about your job or your career or your life purpose, right? Make you realize certain things about maybe how you spend money or how you view money. What is your perspective on money? How do you perceive it, right? How do you perceive what it takes to earn money? All of that's going to start changing for you, right? Because your value in yourself is going to start changing, right? I feel like there isn't much self-confidence right now. Let's clarify this wisdom. Yeah. Nine of Cups. What is it that you want? The Nine of Cups, the Nine of Skulls in my deck is about self-satisfaction. It's about wish fulfillment. It's about indulgence, right? Indulgence. And then we have here the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Staves and the Knight of Clues. This is a lot of fast movement. This is really, really fast movement. Both of these cards represent, this is the fastest moving guy in the deck. And this is the Eight of Wands, which talks about fast movement after a delay or after stagnation, or maybe just after a period of having to wait for something. Maybe you have been waiting for something to change at work, or you've been waiting for something to change with your money, or how much money you get, or how you spend money, or being able to freely spend money as you want to. Nine of Cups, right? To freely just spend it on the things that you want to spend it on, even silly junk. That's what the Nine of Cups talks about, right? It's also getting clear as well on whether you're somebody who overindulges, right? Whether you are somebody who seeks validations from things that provide instant satisfaction, right? Like social media likes, or alcohol, or, casual sexual interaction. It could be anything, you guys. It could be buying something to cheer yourself up, right? Or it's like maybe for some of you, spending money has become a coping mechanism in a certain way. And again, you're going to know which side of the story you're on, because as you're getting to know yourself through this hermit mode where you're spending time alone, you don't really want to go out so much and spend so much time with friends and family and stuff, you kind of just want to be on your own. That's going to help you realize these things, right? So you're going to recognize whether you're a person who overindulges or whether you're a person who needs to indulge a bit more, right? Certainly when it comes to, because it feels like a lot of messages I've had about work and finances, certainly about January for people is, and it's an amazing message, is people turning their attention away from work, right? Turning their attention away from constantly, like, work taking over our lives, right? I think it was a Libra or Virgo I was saying it to, about how it's, you know, it's baffling how we can go to work, even in a regular job, or we're just working in a shop so that we can pay our rent and have our things that we need and pay our bills and stuff. Like, that's fair enough. So many of us have to do that. But then when we get home, the rest of our life grinds to a halt because we were doing this thing for that company. And it's just so backwards. Like, yes, we work for the company and stuff, but the company is also supposed to work for us, right? We should be able to go to work and not be completely, certainly in a regular, a regular job that you're just working to provide, right? And some people are lucky enough to have the business and the job that they want and all that kind of stuff. But many of us are still just working in the shop or in the office, and it's not really what we want to do. We still have bigger plans and bigger aspirations, right? And now you have those bigger plans and bigger aspirations, but it's like people don't have time and energy left over after they've finished giving to that job or that company or whatever to have their own lives, right? To build their own lives. It's just, oh, no, they've taken everything from me and now I have nothing left to build my own life, right? Now, through this recharge, through this refuge, and through this replenishment that you're going through in January, you're going to gain that energy back as well. But when you are then going to work or doing your daily humdrum of everyday life, you're not going to... you're going to be thinking about your own satisfaction above other things, right? Which is this new way of doing things. It's just an entirely new way of doing things for you. But yeah, concerning for now, your career and finances over January, it's pulling yourself away from constantly thinking about it and looking at it and all those things, and thinking about what is it that brings you satisfaction. Like, taking some time to get to know yourself and ask yourself the question, what is it that I actually do want, right? It feels like you're getting clear this month on what it is that you actually do want in your life. And it's coming from this quiet time, let's say. Okay. Fire Spirit. This is in your... Oh, good message. Love and relationships. Incredible vitality, life force, energy, and passion are expanding in your life. Yes. If you start to feel drained by the expectation of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire. Speak your truth. Let the light of the Creator surge through you. If you start to feel drained by the expectation of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire. It's kind of that same message that we were getting with your career and finances, right? Not giving so much because it's the basis of your life or something, right? You can go and do your job and earn your money without going overboard, and it's not even like, let's just say you work normally and you work the same amount as everyone else or whatever. When you come home, it's still having stuff left to do the other things that you want to do with your life, to grow other things in your life. So in another 2 years, you won't even be in this job anymore because you have grown this other thing and you don't need the job anymore, right? And it's kind of the same message here for your relationships as well. Getting to know yourself is reigniting your energy. It's reigniting your passion. It's reigniting your drive to get out and do things and be somebody, right? And to get stuff done. And that includes in relationships as well, right? So the Emperor. The Emperor. A lot of fire energy. It's taking the lead. The Emperor is Aries leadership. Taking a bold step, right? Making the first move. Making the first move. Single people. Yeah. You get to know yourself, and you feel like you can go out and make the first move. It's like you're going out, you're not waiting for people to come to you anymore. You're actively searching for prospective partners, right? You're actively putting yourself out there in confidence and with courage, and this is who I am, this is the way I am, and somebody is going to love that, right? For those of you who are in a relationship, it's like a renewed sense of energy, right? You may have felt like a dip and a sort of lull recently where not really much has been going on, or you know, you've both come home from work or something and you had plans together to do this or do that, but then you're too tired and it doesn't happen. You're too tired to like make love or go on a date or something and that kind of stuff, right? This recharge, this reset, and this replenishment you're going through in January is charging those batteries so that you get a surge and all of a sudden you want to go and do stuff. You want to go and you want to be with your partner. You actually have enough energy when you get home from work or from when you finished your everyday human stuff to carry on and do the stuff as well afterwards, right? It's a lot of sexual and passionate energy, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not. Whoa. Oh, come on. Knight of Wands. Yep. Yeah, your libido is going to... How do I want to put this? I was going to say explode. Your libido is going to go through the roof. Okay? Whether you're single or you're in a relationship. This feels like it's talking about your sexual, fiery desire, passion, right? That kind of energy. Fire, Spirit, Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. It's all fire energy, you guys, right? And it feels very, very, it feels physical, right? So your libido is going to go through the roof. Your hormones going to go through the roof. Your testosterone, it's going to shoot through the roof, right? And if you're single, then you're going to feel that drive and that courage and that confidence to do yourself up and to put yourself out there and say, hey, y'all, like, let's see what's out there, right? And those of you who are coupled, you're going to feel that, you know, rise of passion, that rise of drive and libido. And it's almost like it's not like it's even like a new honeymoon period, because honeymoon periods are like rose tinted and sort of very innocent energy. This feels not that innocent, right? It's innocent and it's pure in the sense that it's coming from the authentic version of you, but it's X-rated, y'all. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at challenges here for Scorpio. What is Scorpio's challenge in the month of January? Yeah. Strength, patience, resilience, fortitude. To do what? To work on yourself and to keep on working on yourself. To not give up because you're not seeing results, or to give up because you can't be bothered to do it anymore, or to give up because you're not worth it, or this is a reinvestment into self. Seven of Pentacles, see him adjusting his abacuses, his abacus. This one's going over here, I don't want this. This one over here, I like this. Okay, I'm going to put this much energy into this. I'm going to put this much energy into this. And I'm going to put the most energy into myself, right? And to stick to it. That's your challenge for the month of January. To stick to it. I always ask people, you know, how badly do you want the thing? If you want the thing badly enough, you will do what it takes to get it, right? Okay, what's the blessing here, please, for Scorpio? This is too many, and you know it's too many. Oh! No, it's too many, and you know it's too... I'm not taking this many. The blessing, please, for Scorpio in January. Yeah. Two of Wands and Five of Swords. This Five of Swords is very different, guys. Don't freak out on me because it's, oh, it's a Five of Swords. Why is it five? No, it's okay. Your blessing is that you are, as you're fighting through, not fighting through, I mean, I only say that because I see these two guys here, right? It's not that you're fighting through necessarily, but as you're moving through this process and things sometimes will feel tough or pointless, which is why your challenge here is to not give up, right? Not to give up working on yourself, not to give in to, it's not even like, it's not laziness or anything, it's just, like, we do really well for like 2 or 3 days. We come home and we're like, yeah, I've got energy left and I'm going to pamper myself. I'm going to cook myself a meal and put on my favorite movie and I'm going to play my favorite games or paint my nails or something like that or whatever, right? I'm just going to I'm going to nourish myself. And we do it for like a few days. And then on like the 3rd or the 4th day, we get home from work and it kind of just all goes to pot, right? And it's like that point is the point that you're being challenged to get over, right? When you hit that point where you want to where you come home and you just want to go, do you know what? I'm going to go back to that thing that I used to do where I just, I don't know, sit on the sofa and fall asleep. Or I go and sort out everyone else's things and stuff and to distract myself, or I don't have enough energy left to paint that picture or make that video or something, or whatever it is, right? We get to that 3rd or 4th day and it sort of kicks in and your challenge is to get over that hurdle, right? And your blessing here is that it's like nothing can really go wrong, right? Which has been a lot of people's messages recently as well. You're entirely protected through this process, right? If you hit that hump and you get to that point where you're just like, oh, I'm going to give in and I'm going to do it again, or I'm going to allow work to dictate the rest of my life. When you hit that moment, like, we kind of get to a point where, and then we start punishing ourselves, first of all, right? But we think that something's going to go wrong or it's not going to be worth it because we're not in the right frame of mind, right? Like, why would I sit here and get out my papers and start writing parts of my novel when I'm absolutely shattered and I don't want to and I'm not, do you know what I mean? That's the point that you're being challenged to get past. That one tiny little point where you question and you say, well, what's the point in me doing it? Because I'm too tired, or I don't have enough, or I'm not focused on it right now. I'm too tired from it. That's the point you're being challenged to get past, right? Because that is still work dictating the rest of your life, or the other responsibilities, whatever they are, dictating the rest of your life, right? But then whilst you're doing it, to know that nothing's going to go wrong. Just because you're not feeling in it that day, just because you're not, maybe you're not finishing that picture the way you want it to, and it's not perfect, it's not your best work or something like that, the process of you doing it this way is just what's starting to reprogram your mind, right? So you may come home, you're too tired to write a chapter, but you sit down and you force yourself to at least proofread or make some notes, or in 10 minutes you'll be in the flow and you will just be going with it, right? Even if at the end of that session it doesn't come out the way that you want it to, irrelevant. You're not worrying about the result of it right now. You're not thinking about having it perfect and having it the way you always do or to the best of your ability, because the point of this exercise is reprogramming your head, right? To know that that's the purpose of pushing through. You're not pushing through to finish that picture or write that chapter because, sorry, my elbow needs to click. You're not pushing through to complete that picture because it has to be done and it has to be put out there and other people are waiting for you or have expectations of you. That's not the reason you're doing it. You're doing it because you're trying to reprogram. You're telling your mind, you're telling your body, no, just because we did that or we have these other responsibilities, it doesn't mean that the rest of my life isn't being cultivated. It doesn't mean that I can't create other things. The more and more you do it, the more and more you tell yourself it, the more and more it becomes reality, right? Okay, let's have a look at the final message here for Scorpio. Ooh. Orchid Priestess of Destiny. Because it's the Orchid Priestess of Destiny, child. You know it will be rocking. What number is this? 30. Oh no, 21. Orchid Priestess of Destiny. Let me just. There we go. I like everyone to get an eyeful because they're just so beautiful. I love this deck. It's like my favorite. Okay, number 21. The Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now, beloved. She calls you to your purpose, path, and soul passion. Wow. Yeah. You are called to rise again and again to live into your... No. They put an extra word in, so it's confusing. Okay. You are called to rise and rise again to live up to your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. She will call you always with her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, blossoms of orchid and chrysanthemum falling from her feet, stirring your heart to quest for your truest soul passion. Yeah, you're getting to know yourself in January. You're taking some time off from people, family, extra responsibilities, friends, and all of that kind of stuff. Not everyone all of the time, but for the majority of it, you're being called to take some time off to yourself, to get to know yourself, to figure out who you are, to figure out what you like, to figure out the way that you work with the world, the way you view money, the way you view work, the way you view love and relationships. Even if you're in a relationship or you're not, doesn't matter, right? You're taking this time to yourself, right? And really... You're not even like criticizing yourself. You're not judging yourself or anything. You're just getting to know who you truly are. Getting to know what it is that you like, what it is that you actually want to make in this world. Even if you're not actually an artist or anything, what do you want to make of your life, right? And I think it's a new way of looking at things for you, Scorpio, because I just don't think you've really ever done it like that before. Because we're always too busy worrying about what everyone else is doing, right? So, this is what I have for you. Let me know if it resonates, and of course, let me know how it turns out for you guys. I hope it resonates. Don't forget to hit like and share and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and check out all the information down below for energy donations and private readings. I love you, Scorpio. See you next time.